So, Haigiva Center died, right? Was the room of the
John White. John White, the director.
Director of the Haigiva Center, requested to give the all transmission of the all those the mantras, the practice, those different practices which I explained, the making charity to the pretas, and then the the different practice, making charity to the pretas, and then the practice that you do with swimming pools or beach. So yes, I forgot the name. I don't remember. Today I don't remember the name of the practice. So, Ishikanta. It's called Ishikanta. So, I have received the oral transmission from Kanjur. I think there's a Sutra and Tantra, there's a Tantra Ju. So, I received the oral transmission of the whole story, the practice and the whole story, benefits from Gyabje Gyongla Rato Rinpoche, the great Lama, who was Lama before in Tibet, long time ago, who are unimaginable, received so many lineage of teachings. I think Lama Tsongkhapa, the whole collection of Lama Tsongkhapa teaching, Lama Tsongkhapa two disciple teachings, I think he received maybe 2 times, and the Kanjur, I think maybe Kanjur 2 times. Kanjur 2 times, one at home, at the Rinpoche's in the country home when it was a young time. Then later took in Lhasa from maybe Rinpoche's past life, I think, I'm not sure, I don't remember 100%. So he took precisely to make sure to be perfect. The lineage, the Kanjur, was the loom of the Kanjur. It's about the volumes. So, to again, then so many unimaginable, many great lamas, like like sun shining, this sun shining, this one sun shining in the world, different darkness, and everybody can enjoy. Even the animals, the insects can enjoy. So that many great lamas have in Tibet, unimaginable. Who great scholar and highly attained beings. So many they wrote unbelievable teachings on Tantra Sutra. So Rinpoche received unbelievable, unquestionable number. Great source of lineage. So that's from whom somebody I took the met Dharma connection recent time and a few years ago. So the 50 Dalai Lama's collections of teachings. So but remember what some lamas, some other lamas, they received the beginning. I wasn't there at the beginning, so I think maybe second time I was there. Then 7 Dalai Lama's collections of teachings, many volumes, Devung Monastery, Rata Monastery, and maybe some there, done some. So then I myself requested Longda Lama Rinpoche, great Lama who often said Tara, who often communicates Tara. Longda Rinpoche, great Lama from Sera Che Monastery. It's a well-known Lama, great. So 2 volumes to receive all transmissions, but of course with other Inca Lamas. Then Gachin, then we requested also Gachin Yeltsin. Gachin Yeltsin's so many volumes of teachings. Sudatanga, unbelievable. And Buddha's life story, oh, most amazing, most amazing, inspiring. Then the great Lojong, the most extensive Lojong Lambrim text. So only received all transmission that now there is recent years, and the government meditation course. The government meditation course are now I don't know how many, but the 1 month meditation course. Then also, so which that was started because by having read this Lambrim teaching, Gashin Yeltsin's Gashin Yeltsin's Lambrim teaching, the it's called Lojong Chema, the great thought transmission text. It's an amazing text. So by having read and the starting from first Kaplan course, that 5 days course, something like that, up to now, then from there, all the centers started in the West. I mean, all the centers started in the, different parts of the United States and different parts of Western countries. So from there, so this Gachin Yeltsin's Lambrim text. So I didn't have all of transmission that, So only recent time, received from Rinpoche. So Rinpoche, now taking the aspect that for so many, I don't know, maybe 30 years, maybe for lived in New York, and maybe taught at university, so I'm not sure what. And then sometime later to the aspect, and it's a great Lama, extremely close, like a heart to heart, Lama. And yeah, so that. It was what was that amazing story that so this you can understand from this story, great holy beings, activities to benefit for teaching Buddha and sentient beings. So very extremely close to Isana Dalai Lama, and very elderly, Lama. So that so Rinpoche has been writing life story of Isana Dalai Lama. So anyway, what I heard is that His Holiness Rinpoche went to see His Holiness, and His Holiness one time told Rinpoche Dharamsala that Rinpoche was, I think 50 Dalai Lama or 7 Dalai Lamas had a horse. 7 Dalai Lama or 50 Dalai Lama had a horse. So actually Rinpoche was a connection with His Holiness. Since one time was horse to His Holiness Dalai Lama, 50 Dalai Lama or 7 Dalai Lama. Then the next one is become attendant to His Holiness. Attendant to His Holiness. So very strong connection from past. That is something. Then because of what His Holiness told Rinpoche one time. So that so this Rinpoche told me. So then the Rinpoche was back to Rinpoche room in Dharamsala. Down below the what is it? Maybe there was a small restaurant downstairs. It's not a temple. It's the where you go down. You know, from the temple you go down. You see, where the students give teachings. So from there down, there was a small restaurant to the side, the right side. The upstairs is quite a number of rooms there where Rinpoche lives. So Rinpoche came back from seeing His Holiness, and so Rinpoche went in the room, and Rinpoche was relaxed, you know, on the bed, relaxed, totally relaxed, and so bliss out. So unbelievable, most happy, relaxed, bliss out, you know, totally. So what the story? What is in the story? So in the past lives, people were 7 Dalai Lamas. So I don't remember that the future life. Maybe the future life was told by His Holiness. I don't remember. So something which was extremely happy, unbelievable. So the Rinpoche said that's how he went in the room, and so the Rinpoche said what His Holiness said in the story. So anyway, so just amazing. So Rinpoche said when Rinpoche was to give all transmission, those those teachings, like from Ganjur, the Buddha's teaching. So translated into Tibetan is Ganjur. So Rinpoche said that this. It is many months of teachings with the Ganjur. Take all transmission of Ganjur and to the bottom. So anyway, so Rinpoche told us he never to give us the full confidence of the Ganjur, lung of pure, nothing missing. So he said he never fell asleep even for a second. Never fell asleep during whole entire teaching, receiving lung, all transmission. Yeah. So that's to show that reliable, nothing missed, not even word missed, not even a word missed out from many hundred volumes from. Never missed out even one word. So gives, yeah. so she was very pure, authentic, all transmission. So anyway, yeah. But some of the incarnate lamas, some say, they like very much to talk during the all transmission. During the all transmission, so, but they are high lamas. Some of the past life great stories. So that maybe they could do both, talk and listen. You can do both. Yeah. Talk, listen. So generally, it is mentioned you can do your sadhanas during the all transmission. You can do your sadhanas. So yeah. So many times bring your sadhanas. So after one Rinpoche was taking the I think Tenjuru or Lung, I think the commentaries by those great Indian Pandits, so Sudatangla. So then I was not there, unfortunately, but Rinpoche bring all the sadhanas and do sadhana during the all transmission time. So, so I think the idea is that you do your sadhana, but also as long as you're able to pay attention to the sound of the teaching, I think you do your sadhana, but also pay attention. So then the purpose of the lung, is mainly able to pay your. I think you hear the sound, and it's sufficient to say. So that. But my problem is that when you read the text, when you read what all transmission is giving, you see, the text which all transmission is giving. So when you read, then you get caught. You read, then you get caught. Oh, you get caught. Your mind in that caught. Then you cannot follow. Can't follow. Can't go together very fast. Then you get caught in the meaning. You see, many times. Then you miss the teaching. So that I find that but took all transmission now quite a lot recent years. Try to so that to preserve from the old old lamas who collected or received many precious teachings, commentaries, or the all transmissions. You see, so many Suttanta texts. The idea is to preserve so that to not degenerate. You see, so it started. Much of it was done recently. A long time ago, but many teachings, many oral transmissions of various teachings happened during the last few years. So, so I had many experiences. So always get caught, the meaning. When you think this, then you miss the teaching. And then you don't hear. You see, when you think this, then the sound is blocked by the thing of the meaning. Then you miss the oral transmission. So, it seems that unless you decide from beginning, very strong decision. You don't stay there. You just go follow the sound. But others, so quite difficult. So, so didn't talk much, but sometimes pass some message or something written. So try to listen while you're passing the message, but also listen to the sound. But try, but maybe not succeed all the time. So, one bad habit is sleep. One bad habit for 10 hours. Then, you see, so the teaching goes very far. When you sleep, teaching goes very far, like happening very far. Not here, very far. So I had quite a bit of experiences. They're all transmission. So, I started taking courses from Geshe Sopa Rinpoche, who was Lama Yeshe's teacher. Geshe Sopa Rinpoche, Lama Yeshe's teacher from Tibet. So I used to go there. Since I moved to America, I used to attend the course. Since Geshe Sopa Rinpoche retired from the university, the professor, and then all the students who become professors study in the Geshe, so they all celebrated, and then Geshe promised to give teachings on the great insight, from Lamna Chemo. So Geshe, so I attended. I think maybe attended. I think that whole course. I think maybe given maybe 2 times. Maybe, or maybe for 2 months. I'm not sure. And then then the commentary on the Lama Tsonga was a very important text. Tangan Leksha Nyingpo. The essential, good explanation of definitely interpreted meaning. Very important. So there was a request, and the Forms gave that for within 2 years to finish. So we attend that, and so I think it was one of those. Then I think the children requested, children was part of the course, attending. Children from the United States. Now she started the nunnery or monastery? Abbey. Abbey means monastery or nunnery?
Either, I think.
Huh? Either of them. Okay. Whatever happens. Whichever comes. So anyway, so she requested the Lama Zopa's the incredible commentary, and this commentary to Nagarjuna's teaching, root wisdom. So I should start that. So this year is going to continue of that. So one time, so there was I have a little bit calm of that, sleeping. So there was one technique to not fall asleep. So I think it's from Pema Sambhava. I think you need the total, total. So I got a total, small total. I should have. It was in suitcase, but it should be still there. I think for many years. I used the one time that I didn't get used other times. I went shop and got what somebody gave me. I'm not sure. Small total. Then you need to put mantra in the mouth. So one small girl who was very pure, didn't have any physical contact, didn't lose essence of the body, very pure. The nail and some hair. But there's which animal ear? So you put it in the mouth. Yeah. So then you face. I think if you don't want to sleep, you put it to your side, on the table. So I did that. So that really helped. So I told Geshe-la. I was surprised. I told Geshe-la, when the teaching finished, I said, this is what I did. What's that? What's very surprising? That if you want to fall asleep, you turn the face that way, other side. If you don't, so like that. But unfortunately, I didn't get used all the time. But it definitely worked. So I got. So I checked Yang Rinpoche's sister's daughter. Yang Rinpoche's, who started the university, Buddhist university in America, Portland. So Yang Rinpoche's sister's daughter. So who has that animal? I'm not sure. Tiger, I'm not sure, I don't remember. So find out that and got little hand nails. So it really helped. It was amazing. So anyway, just side talk. So so Deputy General Rinpoche, amazing lineage, unbelievable how much he received, unbelievable. The lineage of all transmissions, commentaries. So still I have a lot to receive from Rinpoche. So not finished yet. I didn't receive complete teaching Lama Zopa. All transmissions I haven't received, but only certain teachings, but not complete. So start with to receive from Rinpoche. Start in New York and so hopefully to finish. So then recently, the 6 volumes of sutra teaching, Buddha Sutra teaching. It's called as Alamka Sutra. Alamka Sutra. To the Palpuche in Tibetan. that's the unbelievable teachings from Bodhicitta. That's most. So, idea was to receive complete teachings of Gangyur from Rinpoche, maybe organize a Buddha Gaya at the root institute, so that all the also Western students also were able to come. So, and also other Tibetans. So it's a very pilgrimage place. So it's very easy for many people to come to take opportunity to receive. So what's that? But then he said it's a Ling Rinpoche's incarnation. So I need to receive, and they also taking many other hundreds of other initiations for other the ex-abbot said I met Thakpa Rinpoche, one great Lama, from whom I received also recently. I took teachings from Rinpoche. So then it happened Devung Monastery. It didn't happen at the root at the moment, but we are hoping in the future, maybe at the root, so that other many people can receive the soul to receive the Lung of Gangyur. So I'm the most fortunate to hear. So like Arya Sangata Sutra, Golden Sutra, so these come from there. That like that, they're unbelievable. The one most important one is the these Prajna Paramita teachings. The 12 100,000 stanzas, the 12 volumes. Then Nichi in the 20,000 stanzas, 3 volumes. Then 8,000 stanzas. This Prajna Paramita teachings, the heart of the whole entire Buddhism. You see, so that so there all this. So the 6 volumes of the Alama Sutra, the received, that was finished, and that wasn't planned, but His Holiness advised to Rinpoche to get this first. So this is very there's extensive teachings from Bodhicitta, are just most amazing. Yeah, so that was done. So anyway, see. I saw I saw in one text the oral transmissions. you hear the positive imprint on your mental continuum. You see, should be like that. It says oral transmission. So that says. So I think that means all transmission maybe has to be very clear words. Has to be very clear words. That. So it's according to that text, So, generally, you hear the words, the Lama's words. You can hear that. So able to. Whatever you're doing, but as long as you're able to keep on hearing, then that's okay. So the purpose of the Lung all transmission, that is, you see, it carries blessings. It's from Buddha, the lineage. So. Like the sutra teachings, anyway, Buddha's teachings, the lineage you see come from Buddha. So, so they receive blessing. So that's one purpose. The other thing is that then, by receiving that, if you receive the Lung, then when you yourself reciting the text, when you recite, when you read. It has greater benefit to your mind, and then when you explain, when you do the Lung for others, if it's commentary or Lung, when you do for others, it has others receive blessings, and there's greater effect to others' mind, to others' heart. So that. Then of course, there's a very important the general benefit of listening Dharma. You see, it purifies negative karma. Whenever you listen Dharma, purifies negative karma, and it makes you to be born. It makes you to have good birth next lives. If you don't understand the teaching, like some very technical philosophical teaching or something that you don't understand, unable to understand, but it causes, just listening and purifying karma, it causes definitely, you see, good birth next life. That general thing, as long as it's Buddhism, like that. So that. So, for example, there was dog, and three or four other monks were reciting text, and the dog heard, you see, dog staying with him, dog heard. So the dog, one day the dog died, and the dog born in Devarilam, 33 Devarilam, see. So, like that. Of course, a dog, couldn't understand meaning, no way to understand even meaning one word, no way. But just hearing the sound, Dharma, which is Buddhism, you see. You just have the benefit just hearing the sound, just that. So you get a higher birth, you see. So that's you see, Buddhism has this benefit. Just if you don't, it doesn't depend on understanding the words, meaning, you see. Just by listening, so purifying karma, then cause the higher birth. See, it's just that. Then of course, it leaves positive imprint on the mental continuum. On the mental continuum. So then of course, next lives, you see, unbelievably easy to what subject you heard this life. Left imprint on the mind. Positive imprint. So next life, wow, you understand so easily the words and meanings. Unbelievably easy. So then you see able to have realization through the practice. Then cease the defilements, and then able to achieve liberation, able to achieve full enlightenment. So all of that, it's just amazing. So that's the bring. You see, all transmission of the Buddhism, as far as Buddhism, all transmission, but the teaching by hearing, you see, by just listening, even if you don't understand, it definitely brings you to enlightenment. Definitely brings you enlightenment. So that. So the effect is that, like limited sky, affect what you get. Each word you listen, affect what you get. It's like limited sky. It's amazing. So then, so for example, you see, Bachubindu, the one from the 6 ornaments, the great Pandits, Bachubindu, one Pandit we see who wrote Abhidhamma Kosha. So he was he was reciting Abhidhamma Kosha every day. Then there's a pigeon on the roof. on the roof could hear his recitation of Abhidhammakosha, you see. So one day the pigeon died, and then Pachipandu, you see, so checked with his clairvoyance where the pigeon was born, reincarnated. So he saw way down in one family. You see, way down. Where is it from there? You see, way down. There was one family, and reincarnated to that family. You see. Born as a child. So then he went down. He went down to see the family, and then he asked the child whether he can have the child, and the family offered the child to him. And the child became a monk, his student. His name is Loten. So then, you see, he heard, he received the teaching of Abhidhammakosha. Then he wrote four commentaries, teaching that he received. You see, when he was a pigeon, you know. Yeah, that's it. But also, when he was born as a human being, received that teaching, then he wrote 4 commentaries on that. He became so expert because having heard in the past life when he was a pigeon, okay? So that. But Giri Sensei Rinpoche said, but when he was listening to the Matamika teachings, when he was a monk, you see, next slide, but because, had some difficulties to understand because didn't hear much Matamika teaching in the past. So I had some difficulties in that. But Abhidhammakosha became expert. That you see. So therefore, you see, even as an animal, not a human being, even as an animal, just hearing the sound, animal, there's no way to understand the every meaning of one word, no way. But just hearing the sound, you see, it's incredible benefit. Next slide. You get born a human being, and you should become like this Lama Zopa, you know, Bhashapanda's disciple. You know, so that. So that's what we should remember when we listen teachings. You know, some philosophical teachings or some very technical, what you don't understand. You haven't studied before. You don't understand. You see. But as far as Buddhism, wow, the benefit of it is like sky. If you hear each word, what it does to you, what it does to this mental continuum, you know, now and future, near future, wow, amazing. So definitely brings to enlightenment, full enlightenment. So, like that. So, so then Yogini Rinpoche explained that when you received the realization of the part of, there are 5 paths of enlightenment, you know, 5 minor paths of enlightenment, part of merit, and the rising part of preparatory path. So there's 4 levels which I mentioned at the time. One of the times I mentioned already, to heat and then tip, patience, and sublime dharma. There are 4 levels within that. So when you achieve the sublime dharma, the 4th level, that time, how many oral transmission you received in the past lives? Oh, you remember everything. You remember that time. So how many oral transmission teachings you received in the past lives? You remember that time all the time. So that's so great, and so benefit, you see, like that. Yeah. So so I'm going to read the stories you know, unbelievable benefits, and you see how these different practices happened in our Buddha gave, you see. So that, so I received all transmission, so you get all transmission, okay, of the practice. Singapore, the translator Mang Gyurme in Singapore, Amitabh Center, he translated half of this, but he didn't get the half of the text. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I'm not sure whether he complete this or not. So that's wanted to check. But it's the most unbelievably inspiring to see the benefits, you know, but how much you could benefit to all this practice, unimaginable, you know, the billions, I mean, many billions, you know, yeah, billions of them, you see. Yeah. See.